grab that for a sec? You're awesome.
Good morning, Guilford College graduates. You may all be seated. Well, now, today, you will learn that not only is there the advantage of being a college graduate, there's also the advantage of wearing regalia, which works as kind of a rain suit. Isn't this nice? I especially want to welcome parents, family, friends who've joined us this morning to celebrate our graduates. Your support systems, both here and at home, have contributed to you getting here this morning. And graduates, we are all impressed with your accomplishments. So let's just take a moment to absorb this beautiful place that you've called home. Your friends, your classmates, the staff and faculty who've loved you, and of course, the beautiful landscape, although I don't see any geese anywhere. One of our most important practices at Guilford is the practice of silence. This morning, I invite us into a brief time of silence, or what Quakers call waiting worship. This allows us to center ourselves, to become present in the moment, and to listen for that still, quiet voice within. For the uninitiated, Quakers practice their most important work in silence, because we recognize that in a world of noise, reactivity, and ego, the humble practice of listening quietly is pretty radical. In this silence, you might listen for what friends call the inward teacher. You might offer a prayer for yourself, for your classmates, your loved ones. You might express gratitude for what brought you here, or simply just enjoy the air and the rain. So if you won't mind, join me in a moment of silence. Get yourselves a little bit comfortable. Take a deep breath, and we'll have some quiet, and then I'll close with a prayer. God of light and love, as we gather on this soil shaded by the ancient canopy of oak, maple, sycamore, and hickory, we acknowledge the native people who cared first for this land, the Kiowa, Sara, and Saponi peoples, some of whom maintain a strong presence here still. We give thanks for those Quakers who followed their leading to establish this community, and all the Guilfordians who ensured its survival throughout more than 180 years. We honor the abolitionists, black, brown, and white, who chose freedom's difficult path toward a more just world. We give thanks for staff, faculty, students, alumni, community members, and benefactors who have sustained this college community through all of life's seasons and continue to nurture it still. We honor those who made this day possible, especially those now with us only in spirit. Though we grieve their absence, they walk with us every step of the way. God, we are grateful for this living stream of love that calls us to follow the light, even when the path grows increasingly unclear. We celebrate these graduates standing within the same living stream. May God bless you as you leave Guilford and enter the next stage of your lives. May you find strength and guidance to live fully and faithfully to your principles, whatever challenges or opportunities arise. May you remember what it took to reach this moment, who helped you arrive here, and the community cheering you onward. May the light within you remind you of compassion and love. As we acknowledge the words of Nathan Hunt, one of our founders, who once wrote, "The path of the just is as a shining light, shining more and more unto the perfect day." Amen.
What a beautiful sight. Graduates, Guilfordians, this is your day. We are proud of you and even more excited about what the future holds for you. Welcome to this celebration of your commencement day. Today we will award you the 200 graduating students with your hard-earned bachelor's and master's degrees, and welcome you to the global family of more than 25,000 Guilford alumni. We here today are all community, connected with each other one way or another through Guilford. Every one of us here belongs. Please take a moment to greet someone sitting near you with a hug or a fist bump or a shake of hands or a high five, whatever works for you. All right. I especially want to recognize 8 beloved members of the community who are retiring after a total of 190 years of service to Guilford. They are Suzanne Bartels, Sherry Giles, Hiroko Hirakawa, Rhonda Johnson, David Milliken, Sandy Perman, who's been here for 44 years, imagine that, David Petrie, and Daryl Samsell. You will all be remembered by the thousands of students whose lives you have influenced and you've helped to shape them. Please stand and let us thank you. The 8 of you who are here. I would also like to recognize the contributions and influence of some of our faculty and staff members who are leaving Guilford at the end of this year. You too have had an enormous impact, and we are grateful for your work. Finally, I would like to recognize the person who is responsible for this beautiful event. Every year, year after year, Meredith Summers makes it perfect as it could possibly be, despite the weather and whatever other vicissitudes might befall the morning. So Meredith, I don't know if she's here, and she is, Meredith is our college's chief of staff. She handles everything beautifully, and she's backed here by a whole group of volunteers, alumni, and others who are here to help, not to mention our staff that has been working pretty much through the day and night for the last few days to make this possible. Thank you. And finally, to our seniors, of course. We're here today for you and the graduate students. But the seniors entered Guilford in 2021, and despite obstacles presented by the COVID pandemic, you persevered. You're here today because you made the most of your time here. With your accomplishments in the classroom, your discipline in athletics, your teamwork, your service to the wider community, also in your pursuit of the arts, and in your advocacy for social justice. One thing I love about Guilford students and faculty is they're not one-dimensional. People are engaged in so many things and so many interests in the world. It's really special. The essence of the liberal arts education envisioned by the Quakers who founded Guilford was of an education, as they described it in 19th century language, as both civil and useful. Today we might say ethical and practical. In other words, Guilford's liberal arts education is not intended to equip you only with specific skills to get a job when you graduate. Its mission is to prepare you to thrive throughout your life in an ever-changing and increasingly complex world. You do this by developing your ability to think critically, to understand people, and to apply ethical reasoning to whatever comes your way. Now, here's an example of how the get a job after graduation doesn't really work. When I was in high school worrying about my future, I did go to college, but in high school I was already worrying about my future. One of my father's engineering colleagues advised me in all seriousness that I should learn to become a key punch operator because, as he said, quote, "You will never be out of a job." Okay, who here even remembers giant mainframe computers that were powered by punch cards? Maybe like 3 or 4 people in the audience? Okay, great. Well, needless to say, by the time I got my master's degree, those punch cards were completely obsolete. So thank God I majored in Greek. I had to come up with something else to do. Anyway, and I did. Each of you will write your own life story, and at your own Golden Circle reunion in 2075, imagine that, it does happen eventually, you will look back on this day and what has happened since and the role Guilford played in your life. I would like to share reflections from 2 graduates, one who is entering middle age, he might not want me to say that, but he is, and the other in his 80s, as they think back about what Guilford has meant to them and how it affected their lives. The first is Kyle Kaiser, a 2006 graduate and tech entrepreneur, he lives in Seattle, whose company uses technology to lower prescription drug costs. Very, very worthwhile. He wrote to me recently, he said, "I can't be at graduation, but I came to Guilford almost by accident," he said. "My curiosity for higher education didn't extend much beyond playing football and going into the family business. What met me at Guilford was not at all what I expected. I discovered that an unmistakably Guilford quality is learning the value of purpose. To pursue a life on behalf of something bigger than your own ambition and success. Purpose is the fuel that drives a real life." Guilford, he said to me, he thinks Guilford's magic ingredient, which you heard from Wes, is the Quaker teaching to recognize the inner light in oneself and in everyone else. Guilford, Kyle said, can facilitate a shift in a person's very foundation in a way that prepares you for anything that comes, not just informed by knowledge and experience, but by the presence of the light in the always advancing now. As Kyle discovered in his 4 years here, Guilford is not just about what you study here, but about who you become, the values you choose to live by, the risks you take, the service you give, the care and nurture you offer, and take care, and the care and nurture you offer and take from the communities you are a part of. You will always be part of the Guilford community. During your time at Guilford, I hope the Quaker values in which we root our unusual culture have become embedded in your character, the values of community, diversity, equality, excellence, integrity, justice, and stewardship. I recite those for the newcomers and the parents here because I know all of you graduates know them by heart. They will guide you well in life. Another Guilford graduate, Gary York, class of 1965. He was an athlete, Guilford College trustee, a Quaker, and a businessman, a very successful businessman who owned dozens of stores and a radio station in Pilot Mountain. When I visited him a few weeks ago, after he had suffered a severe stroke, he could barely speak. Nonetheless, with the help of his wife, we had a nice conversation. He reflected on Guilford. But before I left, I asked for his advice for me as the new acting president of the school. He looked at me and said simply, "Just do right." I took that with me. Decades from now, when you look back on your own life, I hope that you will be able to say that you listened to your leadings. You found callings that gave direction and purpose to your life. Don't wait for a blazing revelation urging you to go somewhere else at some future time. You've already started here at Guilford. Keep going wherever you find yourself, wherever you are. Have courage, be joyful, and just do right. Okay. I would now like to invite Lyons Gray to come to the stage. He is the recipient of this year's Sullivan Award, the college's highest honor. He is a man whose life exemplifies the values that we cherish here at Guilford. Guilford is one of a select group of institutions of higher learning in the southeastern United States where the prestigious Sullivan Award is presented annually. The Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award was created over 100 years ago to perpetuate the excellence of character and humanitarian service of a noted philanthropist, devoted family man, and courageous citizen. The award recognizes selflessness, generosity of service, nobility of character, integrity, and spirituality. Lions, this is you. Your contributions to the state of North Carolina, from your years in the General Assembly to your service as Secretary of Revenue, and your leadership on the Environmental Financial Advisory Board and the North Carolina Utilities Commission. You've done it all. They reflect a lifetime dedicated to the common good. Guilford also acknowledges your tenure as chair of the Board of Trustees of the Letty Pate Whitehead Foundation, which has awarded a $3.3 million to our female students from 9 southern states since 2020, 25 years of supporting women scholarships here at Guilford. Your legacy, rooted in both your family's longstanding tradition of public impact and your personal dedication to ethical leadership and higher education, makes you the ideal honoree for this award. For these commitments and so much more, I am truly honored to recognize you with the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation Community Member Award. Congratulations. Do you want us to step out into the picture? Let's step over here. I want to get a really good picture. Thank you so much. Now, please join me in welcoming our outgoing student body president, Jacob Mitchell.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. It's good to see you and your umbrellas. Now you don't have to use them unless you need the shade. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to the class of 2025, but also to all of you here in support today. In preparation for this speech, I did a lot, and how much I will utilize it today, probably not a lot. When I think of my time in college, there are two words that come to mind: experience and gratitude. When I look at my time before college, those same words come to mind. So for this ceremony to be as best as it can be, at least in my opinion, I ask that for all of us today, let's not look to the future, but let's look at the now and the past. As someone who has spent a lot of their time looking at the future, I find myself looking over the amazing things that I have around me. So are we all in agreement in that? You can signify by nodding your head. It's really cool to look at from up here. My professors are going to really like this point. In life and in our papers, we are pulling from different sources in our lives. For me, when I think of the sources that have made me who I am, I think of my family, my friends, my faith, the community that I spent my time with in Dobson, North Carolina, just an hour from here, and now Guilford College. I think of those people and the impact that they had on me. Sometimes that impact was really hard to handle, but yet it's one of the most formative things in my time here. I also find an immense amount of gratitude. I've had really great moments in my time here at Guilford, but in the years that I've spent on this campus, I will remember them as the hardest years of my life so far. Constant transition, a self-actualization of myself, and a better understanding of the world around me. There is no more humbling experience than to go to the Milner communal bathroom at 2 a.m. in the morning, only to find that you don't have your room key or a towel. It's a low moment. But I find those moments to be a theme in my time here. I look at the hard conversations I've had with others about ideas that I wanted to have to impact the Guilford community, and people telling me that's not the best idea. One of those specifically is the vice president of Guilford College Student Body Association this past year. Thank you, Karen. You kept my feet to the floor. I also think of great experiences like going to Washington, D.C. with the student body president of last year and learning just how big college really is. When I was looking at it my senior year of high school, I wanted to go to the big school experience, and I wanted to be in the middle of the student section and just live it up. But I found that I wanted something that was really close to home, not just geographically, but in the sense that wherever I go, I'm going to see somebody I know. I love going back to Dobson, seeing the people that I love and I care about, and being very thankful of the impact that they've had on me, and knowing that their impact not only reaches me, but all those that I'm talking to today now. And I feel like I've gained that here at Guilford, even though my time has felt very, very short. So as we go throughout the ceremony today, and hopefully in other moments like this throughout our lives, retirement, marriage, gender reveals, funerals, whatever it is, let's always look back to the past because it got us to where we are. And when you don't look at the future, you can't feel anything but gratitude when you look back at all the things that made you who you are. All of us are growing in the audience today. Our grads are stepping into a new phase of life. For all of you here, maybe this is a ceremony that you had a long, long time ago or something that you have in the next couple of days. Whatever the case is, let's be proud of where we are. I know for me, it was an achievement to be here on time today. For all of you, maybe an achievement is that you are the first grad of your family. Or maybe that your child is here and you no longer have to pay tuition. But yes, let's please clap for our first generation grads. But it always comes back to the theme of citing our sources. So for the people who made you who you are today, make sure to thank them either today or in the coming weeks. For the experiences that made us who we are, positive and negative, let's remember those. Because if we lose track of how we got to where we are, then we're not going to know how to get where we're going. So for today, let's not look at the future. Let's look at the now and the amazing class of 2025 and the amazing community that is here supporting us all today. And let's just have a great time. Thanks. Thanks.
Now, please help me welcome the Guilford College Choir under the direction of Wendy Luker.
Does the world say that you don't look the right way? Does the world say that you're just not enough? Does the world say that you're not in the right spot when it wants you there but not here and tells you all the things you are not? Well, I've been there too. It's hard to shut my ears to the noise. Yes, I've been there too. I don't stand a chance if it's me in this world all alone. All the chatter is deafening, too overwhelming, hard to find my way home. So take my hand, don't let go.
Does the world say that you don't think the right thing?
You don't think the right things, and
Does the world say that you're not worth the
you
time?
are not worth our time?
Does the world laugh when you fall or when you cry?
And does
Does
it
it turn the other way every time you walk by? Well, I've been there too. It's hard to shut my ears to the noise. Yes, I've been there too.
I don't stand a chance if it's me in this world all alone. All the chatter is deafening, hard to find my way home. Take my hand,
Don't let go.
don't let go. Don't let go. I'm growing and I'm learning. I'm loving and becoming. I'm growing and learning and loving, becoming, and I don't stand a chance if it's me in this world all alone. Oh, the chatter is deafening, too overwhelming, hard to find my way home. Oh, I
Don't stand a chance if it's me in this world alone. Oh, the chatter is deafening, too overwhelming, hard to find my way home.
Take my hand. Take my hand.
Don't let go.
Thank you to our choir. That was beautiful. And the sun is out. The music brought the sun. Thank you so much. You see the light? Great. Next, I have the great pleasure of introducing the class speaker for this year. The testimonies of our students constantly serve as the most palpable evidence of the value of a Guilford College education. I spoke to you in my remarks about two alumni who look back decades later on how Guilford shaped them. But we're very fortunate today to hear from somebody who's graduating today and talk about her experience at Guilford and how it has transformed her. I'm thrilled to be able to introduce Julia Spohr, class of 2025. Julia, please come.
Thank you, Jean. I have a very soggy, folded up speech. It is truly an honor to be here speaking before this wonderful group of faculty, staff, alumni, students, family, and cherished friends. Thank you all for coming here today to form this beautiful mosaic of community celebrating Guilford's 188th graduating class of 2025. Yeah. For many of us, it was not a straightforward path to get here today. Many of us entered as first-year Guilfordians in the fall of 2021, eating takeout-only meals from the CAF and having to take mandatory COVID tests every few weeks. During that time, connecting was pretty hard. Finding each other was hard. Some of us have been here since before the fall of 21, and others arrived later, but here we are, on the quad, in our caps and gowns, on this kind of sunny, kind of thunderstormy Saturday in May, exactly as planned. Our convergent paths have brought us exactly to where we are today, to celebrate this great accomplishment with everything waiting for us. So I want to talk a little bit about community, because community has really defined my last 4 years here at Guilford. And it began as early as the fall of 2021 when I had assignments like prepare and eat vegetable soup in the Milner kitchen with your peers, which is a real assignment that Cammie and Brenda gave us in my 3-week first-year seminar. And as recently as just a few weeks ago, when my capstone advisor, Bronwyn, invited me over to her farm for tea simply because she heard I would be in the neighborhood. I didn't make a lot of friends that first fall semester, but eventually I did discover a secret to meeting people on campus. I picked up a work study in the mailroom. People came in and out to pick up packages, and sometimes they would stay and chat, but during the lulls, of which there were many, my boss, Nelson, and I would exchange stories. Eventually, my peers and I began recognizing each other outside of the mailroom, and we would exchange smiles and waves on the quad, and simultaneously, I was getting to know some of the really wonderful people in the Guilford College Facilities Department. As I fostered more of these community connections on campus, Guilford began feeling like less of an institution and more of a home. And just like any home, being here didn't always feel perfect or easy. It didn't always make sense, but being here, I always felt safe, welcomed, and appreciated. Guilford became a place where I could call on my Quakerism professor to help me jumpstart my car. It became a place where I'd always be welcome to crash a class I had already taken, because I came to really like a lot of my professors, and they became more than professors, they became friends. Thanks to our amazing off-campus initiatives program, Guilford became a place where I could easily spend a semester living in an intentional community with some of my best friends on the opposite end of the country in my senior year and still have everything I needed to graduate right on time. And that's just me. Maybe your Guilford experience has been totally different, where I found peace and home among the trees in the quiet woods. Maybe you found home in the locker room before a sports game or in conversation on the couches in the OSLE. Where I found community in the ultimate Frisbee team, maybe you found it walking shelter dogs with Roar or playing beach volleyball behind the gym. I know I am not alone in saying that my feelings toward closing this dynamic and exciting chapter of my life are bittersweet. I will really miss smelling the crisp autumn air on the quad and stepping on those giant, crunchy sycamore leaves on my walk to class. And I will miss watching the turtles come out every spring to sun themselves on logs by the lake. Maybe you will miss the roar of the crowd at a sports game or the warmth of the wood kiln during a firing. Maybe you'll miss staying up late to catch your friend's set on WQFS or LARPing on the quad with the yachting club. But whatever it was for you, I hope you are so proud to be here today. And as we open this next chapter in our lives, I want us to all hold dear the words of one of my favorite poems by David White, which is titled, "Everything is Waiting for You." In it, he says, "Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone. As if life were a progressive and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely, even you, at times, have felt that grand array, the swelling presence and the chorus crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you and the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten and invite you. And the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. So put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and found the good in you at last. All the birds and the creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you." Thank you so much, and congratulations to the class of 2025. We did it!
Thank you, Julia. At this time, I would like to ask Natalia Sholkova and Robert Williams to come to the stage for an honorary degree presentation. All right, great. Thank you for being here. Representing Mary de Rockevilts, who is our honorary degree recipient. I want to say a few words about her. Mary de Rockevilts, who many of you students know, or many of you alumni as well. She was a distinguished and prolific scholar, poet, and translator, and she had a profound impact on generations of Guilford students through dedicated teaching in the Brunenberg Study Abroad program for more than 2 decades. As an institution committed to excellence, simplicity, and stewardship, Mary, Guilford values your lifelong dedication to the arts, to scholarship and mentorship. They deeply align with our educational mission. Your remarkable achievements and enduring connection to our community make this honorary degree a meaningful tribute, especially as you approach your centennial. She'll soon be turning 100 years old. Our honorary degree program was established in recent years in a very deliberate, thoughtful process, and it is our intention to award the degree to a person whose life and accomplishments mirror Guilford's values. Your colleagues who stand on the stage today, Mary, to receive this degree on your behalf, wholeheartedly endorse your contributions, and we're very proud and believe in what you've done for the world, for our students, and for Guilford College. The continuing profundity and impact of your life's work and the college's core values are in perfect harmony here today. Mary, for your unwavering commitment to community, diversity, equality, excellence, integrity, justice, and stewardship, Guilford College is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Thank you very much.
Danka Mary Dorokowitz.
Would you like to say something about her? I think we need to have a few words about Mary from some folks who know her well.
We went on the Brunenberg semester twice, and Mary taught a course, the epic poem of her father had written, Cantos, which is a very difficult poem. And a lot of the students had not been exposed to poetry yet, so they were tackling one of the hardest poems. And she made it real. She brought it down to earth. She made poetry accessible. Danka Mary Dorokowitz.
Mary, if you are watching us from Brunenberg, Italy, we are so honored to present you with this degree. I was the last faculty who was taking our students in 2022, and Mary was full of life, full of passion for poetry, for teaching young people, to exposing them and opening them the wonderful world of art. I think you, more than anyone, deserves this honor, and we are very happy that the faculty, trustees, and the students of Guilford College supported our nomination.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want to go down this way? I am delighted to introduce today's invited speaker. Cheryl Johnson presided over the House of Representatives for days during the historic election in 2023 of a Speaker of the House. It went on for 15 ballots before a new Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, was finally chosen. It was an historic time in the House of Representatives, and the role of the clerk is to preside when there's no Speaker. Usually that's for a matter of an hour or two while they elect a new one. But Cheryl was called to duty, and she served it so well. Many of you probably saw her on television during those interesting and historic moments. Cheryl also has the distinction of being one of the few clerks who was ever appointed by both a Democratic and Republican Speaker, which shows the quality of her service and how much she's respected and admired by everyone across the political spectrum. Cheryl is the 36th person to serve as Clerk of the House. She previously before she was Clerk of the House, she had many other roles both on Capitol Hill and outside of Capitol Hill. During her tenure as Clerk of the House, she oversaw the development of the, believe it or not, electronic bill introduction until her. You always had to, if you remember, had to write it out longhand and submit it to the clerk. She also responded during the pandemic to help introduce and make work transparent proxy voting, which was something that was very controversial at the time. She worked for nearly 20 years in the House of Representatives. She was Chief Education and Investigative Counsel for the House Committee on Education and the Workforce, where she served as a principal policy advisor and spokesperson for that important committee. She also worked for 13 years at the Smithsonian Institution, where she was a liaison between the Smithsonian and Capitol Hill. In particular, she was a Smithsonian with the U.S. Senate, where I was working at the time. Most recently, Cheryl served as Director of External Affairs at the United States Agency for Global Media, where she developed legislative strategies to address the organization's unique mission. And the mission, as you may know, is to promote freedom and democracy in countries who do not have a free press. Cheryl earned her bachelor's degree in journalism and a mass communication at the University of Iowa and her law degree from Howard University. Cheryl is also a graduate of the Senior Management Program at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government. Friends, please welcome our very distinguished invited speaker, Cheryl Johnson.
Thank you. This is indeed an honor. Thank you, President Jean Bordewick and Board of Trustees, for this invitation. I am overjoyed to celebrate this historic day with the class, Guilford's class of 2025. And I am humbled to walk amongst the trees of this beautiful campus that bear witness to the courageous men and women who supported them. Guilford's legacy of putting faith in action is a testimony for our nation and the world at large. Congratulations, graduates. This is the culmination of years of challenging work, marked by both advances and setbacks, always by sacrifice, but today by celebration and success. Commencement is one of the moments when we are both able to celebrate a long envisioned goal and at the same time embark on the next phase of our lives with hope and optimism. I remember my graduation day clearly. I ran down the halls of my dormitory blasting "I'm Coming Out" by Diana Ross, as if to put the world on notice of my debut. I remember the pride I felt and seeing my family travel from New Orleans, many of them having taken a plane ride for the first time, as they came to Iowa to celebrate with me. The degrees you have earned mark your individual achievements, but make sure your family and friends are aware of your deep gratitude for everything they have done to prepare you to be here today. You should be excited, and yet, notwithstanding all the excitement, you probably also feel a little uncertain. So did I. College taught me to be inquisitive about the world, to engage with the issues of the day, and to question everything, especially authority. At Guilford, you have your 7 core values, but values are not crib notes. You can't write them in your phone and pull them up during a job interview. What then, pardon the pun, is their value? For me, the answer became clear just over 2 years ago. As the saying goes, history doesn't necessarily repeat itself, but it definitely has a way of rhyming. Having spent nearly 40 years in Washington in various roles, I can certainly attest to that. On January 3rd, 2023, I found myself, with great reluctance, on a very public stage as the House of Representatives convened at the start of the 118th Congress. The members-elect convened that day to elect a Speaker of the House. The Constitution, Article 1, provides that the House shall elect a Speaker before new members are sworn in. The Constitution stipulates that the clerk shall preside over the House until a Speaker is elected. And normally, this is a very administrative task that is completed in short order, roughly about an hour. The clerk calls the names of all 435 members. The members vote for a Speaker orally. The clerk tallies the votes, and a speaker is elected. However, on January 3rd, that did not happen. We had no idea that when that day kicked off, it would take 15 rounds of votes over a 4-day period before a speaker would be elected. Many observers of Congress wondered where the political events might take a deeply divided country, just emerging from an unprecedented pandemic. Presiding at the rostrum, wielding the gavel, will the House be in order? Will the House be in order? Day after day was yours truly. On both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans locked horns. Factions within the parties locked horns. It was pretty chaotic. And seated among the members were young children. Young children were present, hoping that a speaker would be elected and they could see their parents sworn in to Congress. Finally, on the 4th day, the House was able to marshal enough votes to elect a speaker, and the members were sworn in. Years later, I remain surprised at the accolades I continue to receive from both Democrats and Republicans. I had presided over the House during a highly partisan, extremely tense sequence of votes for Speaker, where many on both sides of the aisle assumed that someone with my political background would exploit the power of the chair to favor one party over the other during a constitutionally fragile moment. For context, I am a lifelong Democrat. I served as a Democratic staffer for nearly 20 years. I was first nominated as clerk by a Democratic speaker, Nancy Pelosi. But the thought of abandoning my integrity never crossed my mind. For 4 very unsettling days, my colleagues and I worked to ensure that the proceedings of the House followed the exact framework set by the Constitution and centuries of parliamentary precedent. But why? And why am I telling you this story? One of the great issues we face today is what makes a democracy a democracy. First, a democracy is a democracy because enough people value the rule of law over any short-term political gains, particularly when the temptation to do so is strongest. Secondly, because enough people believe that the greatest value in a democracy is stewardship of its institutions and rules. That's why my colleagues and I chose the course we took. And that's why I have no doubt that each of you here today, if faced with the same situation, having learned stewardship as one of Guilford's core values, would make the same choice. We've been here before. History rhymes, and each time we have managed to emerge stronger. Values don't give us the answers. They equip us to find the answers. Getting through division requires a commitment to steward the institutions, processes, and procedures we've established in our almost 250 years since our founding. When we cherish and protect our democratic institutions, then the foundations of our experiment in self-government can withstand the winds of political turbulence that blow in a free society. When you chose Guilford, you committed to more than just cheering with your peers and with Nathan the Quaker at basketball games and football games. You committed to embodying the college's 7 core values, including stewardship, throughout your life. I urge you to give back to your community, to give back to Guilford, mentor young children, volunteer at a food bank, register new voters, maybe even work in Congress. There has already been one Guilford graduate to serve as a member of Congress, Howard Coble, class of 1953. Maybe the next one is sitting here today. When your way forward appears uncertain, lean into the dreams that inspired you to attend Guilford. The values you have developed here, which will continue to evolve as you do, and always, always be ready for any eventuality. Trust that your contributions to the people and communities around you will yield a life of meaningful impact. Good roots, good fruits. Guilford graduates, your roots are strong, from the very soil that has undergirded you to the core values woven through your entire curriculum. You are richly prepared for the next leg of your journey. Carry your real IDs in your wallets. Carry your values in every fiber of your being. Go forward. Go Guilfordians. Thank you very much.
You will find the names of the Guilford College honor graduates listed in the commencement program. As I announce each group, will you please stand and remain standing until all honor graduates have been recognized. Those graduating with high honors, please stand. Those graduating with honors, please stand. Those graduating with department honors, please stand. And graduate of the honors program, please stand. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will the graduate students of the class of 2025 please rise? I'd like to welcome Michael Dutch, Michael White, and Will Pizio to the stage for our master's degree hooding. Lutfi Abdullah Ahmed Al-Mushriki. Julius Isaiah Birch. Tyler Wayne Dearman. Ashley Hasso Hernandez. Leslie Hasso Hernandez. Alexis Dawn Lester. Robert Littlejohn. Madeline Christine Page. Chloe Pope. Nicholas Peter Rodriguez, Sr. Jennifer Urdaneta Kesoma. Kirsten Lee Walker. Ela Pius Ojanugwa. Now, will the undergraduate students of the class of 2025 please rise? Bartelo Suarez Rivaldo Aguilar. Blanca Eileen Anaya Arias. Gael Orongo Sosa. Alicia Marali Arias. Joel Vanegas. Riley Barnes. Ella Catherine Bartholomew. Samantha Christine Beaumonte. Max Bender. Cassandra Berry. Madison Bravo Silva. Madeline Briggs. Arteuga Briscoe. Durante Malik Burnett Sauls. Devin Burrell. Jordan Burrow. Paige Butler. Ben Kane. Ricardo Jose Canty. Devin Chavis. Bryson Coe. Claude Cormack, Jr. Philip John Couillard. Parker Cumby. Joshua Davis. Taylor Davis. Ellie Deeth. Gabriel Joseph Douglas. Walker Dooling. Wyatt Dwyer. Danya El Mubarak. Bacina Faga Bergallo. Nicholas Antonio Farrar. Caleb Farish. Clara Margaret Feeler. Josue Fuentes Mendoza. Yancy Natasha Chunkovac Garcia. Caleb Gilmore. Ezekiel Jeremiah Chase Gravely. Brandy Gray. Shiloh Leanne Gray. Frederick Abram Green. William Michael Green. Mitchell Griffin. Shante Griffin Lipscomb. Jonathan Guevara Gonzalez. Jesse Adair Guzman Perez. Jael Hall. Jared Thomas Hardison. Ebony Harper. Percy Harper Jr. Vaughn Harris Jr. Nora Hayden. Ariel Noel Haynes. Josephine Hemmer. Jennifer Hernandez Martinez. Tamron Alexis Herring. Malcolm John Henry Hill. Pop Holt. Gabrielle Howard. Joshua Howard. Griffin Eisenhower. Zakir Shafi Jackson. Vanessa Johnson. Katrina Tracy Jones. Tyrone Wilson Kanu. Elise Kaplan. Elena Leaf Stetson. Ashley Elizabeth Linden. Margaret Murray Mahanes. Kendra Mancini. Elijah McGowan. Lexi McGraw. Colin Thomas McGuire. Isaac McGuire. Courtney Dawn McMillan. Anduan Lamar Merriman, Jr. Jackson Evan Miles. Jacob Mitchell. Blake Alexander Moore. Madison Nicole Musgrave. Kuron Andrew Na. Jenlila Neri Lopez. Zoe Anastasia Norris. Rolando Ortiz Parada. Ariel Simone Otley. Carrie Lee Parrish. Rogelio Perez Montero. Maya Perkins. Carly Perry. Jacob Alexander Phillips. Adrian Pineda Villeda. Kyle Parker Pashada. Jamal Pitts. Holden Zane Poindexter. Kayana Arnisha Price. Luke Wesley Proctor. Jack Ratliff. Jacob Evan Ray. James Julius Rice. Ashley Robinson. Carlos Alejandro Romero Valladares. Shamara Satterfield. Sarah Michelle Sheets. Matthias Bernhardt Shingleton. Jenna Lee Shotton. Get help. Just Nicholas Sigmund. Julia Spohr. Lonnie Robinson. Blaine James Daniel Stewart. Kay Stivers. Noel Cerrigos McGinn. Ian Taylor. Robert Igor Tennant. Devin Tompkins. Grayson Tudor. Cassie Ann Turner. Nikki Tuttle. Chase Alexander Wade. Noah West. Pierce Whitlock. Farah Lynn Wild. Hannah Wilson. Evan Wong. Amory Allen Workman. Natsumi Yonezawa. Ashton Ziegler. Karna. Acting President Bordewick. I present to you the class of 2025. These students have completed all of the requirements for their respective degrees and have been confirmed by the faculty to receive the degree of Master of Criminal Justice, Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Music from Guilford College.
What a joyful day. It's just so wonderful to be with you. On the recommendation of the faculty of Guilford College and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, under the Charter of the State of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the master's or baccalaureate degree and grant you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities hereto. You may now transfer your tassels. Welcome to the family of Guilford College graduates. Would everyone please join me in another round of applause for this wonderful class of 2025. And now I would like to introduce David Grimsley, class of 2000, who will be the final speaker. Thank you.
I got you. Class of 2025, I have the honor of giving you a final address. Before I begin, let us give a minute and close our eyes. When's the last time you've thanked your ancestors? They brought you to this day. Chances are we share a common ancestor some 12,000 years ago after the last ice age. That's about 415 grandmothers who survived all the untold uprisings, catastrophes, conflict, and upheavals, raising their young and passing on the wisdom of the last generation so that their children might see a better day. So on this special day, let us give thanks to the grandmothers. I'm here as a representative of the Guilford College alumni to wish you well as you drive out of the Guilford campus later today. It's also an opportunity for me to welcome you to the family of alumni. As diverse as the Guilford College alumni is and always has been, I believe there is a common thread where everyone who has graduated from Guilford may relate: authenticity. We could have all gone to so many different schools, had completely different stereotypical American college experiences, but you chose this special place called Guilford probably because something different, perhaps a spark about this place, resonated with you. This school attracts unique students, the ones that have the ability to think outside the box, students that understand the strength in self-reflection, students that have put down their books and sat in solidarity for civil rights at Woolworths, the ones who traveled to Standing Rock in the winter to defend native lands, the ones who stood up against police brutality after the George Floyd killing, the ones who showed up after Hurricane Helene. This isn't a college for the faint of heart. Yes, it's a safe place and a wonderful sanctuary to grow and study, but it's also a unique place to explore your place in the world. What is worth questioning? What will you witness and remain quiet? What have you learned? What have you discovered that will inspire you to speak your mind and act on the behalf of others. Through the heart of a Quaker, one might ask, how will the Spirit move you? You are about to go out into the greater world beyond the sanctuary that the Guilford College campus is, to an increasingly tumultuous time in American politics and societal norms. There's a lot of grifting, hoodwinking shenanigans, and tomfoolery out there. And if that sounds like something a snake oil salesman would say, it's because there's a lot of those out there too. This is the time to stay centered, connected, and authentic to who you really are. Robert Edward Grant once said, "Finding your highest authenticity is the process of aligning your inner being with the ultimate truth of who you really are, beyond the limitations of external influences, social constructs, or preconceived beliefs." End quote. Authenticity won't make everybody like you, but it will make you like you. Along with cultivating your authenticity, I also encourage you, if you have not explored it yet, to develop an inner counsel. Listen to the wisdom of those who came before you. They're whispering in your ear right now. Do not lose your integrity, your empathy, or your humanity. This is a time when we are approaching the question, what does it mean to be human? This is the age of disclosure, where paradigms are being uprooted and groundbreaking technologies are going to change how humans can interface with themselves, each other, and the external world. As technology interfaces with our biology on an increasingly alarming level of intimacy, I challenge you to maintain your humanity, maintain that authenticity. I do not believe our grandmothers kept a warm hearth through the ice ages and strife to see us compromise our biology to the technological whims of men who never had initiation, ones that wince at the idea of self-reflection, those who have not experienced community, those who have never had a coming-of-age threshold to walk through. If you have not walked through that threshold yet, I beg you to create an initiatory experience for yourself. It will make you a better, more authentic human, I guarantee it. So let us go forth with our families at our side, with our ancestors close by, with fresh eyes and clear hearts. Let us love our neighbors. Let us know our neighbors and cherish our lives, cherish our humanity. May you look back on your time at Guilford as a formative experience for the work ahead. When you're feeling lost in life, I highly recommend coming back to this campus. Walk the labyrinth of brick paths, stroll through the hollowed Guilford woods, and remember a time perhaps less complex. Guilford will always be here for you, as it is now a part of you. Here's to the class of 2025. Give it up! As you left the stage a few moments ago, I presented you with the Guilford College lapel pin. Now I invite you to take your pin out of its velvet pouch. With the entire class of 2025, please stand with me at this time. I invite you to place your Guilford College lapel pin on your robe. This pin signifies your membership to the Guilford College alumni family. Congratulations. I encourage you to wear this pin often with dignity and humility as you represent Guilford College in the wider world. We join with you, your families and friends, in celebrating your commencement, and I look forward to your active participation as college alumni. My sincerest congratulations to the class of 2025. Now, Will you all stand for the singing of our alma mater? The words are in your program.